Not everything that breaks you is meant to destroy you. I'm Christy. Welcome to the unraveling.
Hi, beautiful soul. I'm Christy. Welcome to this space. If you're new here, hello and welcome. And to my returning family, I am so happy you're back with me. Short disclaimer, when I speak of divine feminine and divine masculine, I am referring to energetic principles in our gender. We carry both within us, no matter our identity or expression. I think one of the hardest lessons on this journey is learning how to stay connected to yourself while feeling deeply connected to someone else. Because when the energy is intense, it can feel like they're everywhere in your thoughts, your emotions, your body, your nervous system. You wake up thinking about them, you feel their energy randomly during the day. Something reminds you of them constantly, and before you realize it, your entire inner world starts revolving around another person. I think many feminines experience this at some point. Not because they're weak, and not because they're crazy, but because deep emotional and energetic connections can genuinely activate the nervous system very, very intensely, especially when abandonment wounds, longing, uncertainty, or spiritual awakening are involved. And honestly, this is where many people accidentally lose themselves. Not through love itself, but through hyper focus, through emotional overmerging, through making another person the center of their emotional stability. I know because I have experienced it too. And what I'm learning right now is this: choosing yourself does not mean pretending the connection doesn't exist. It doesn't mean shutting your feelings off. It doesn't mean becoming cold, detached, or emotionally unavailable. It means learning how to stay rooted in yourself even while the connection exists. And that's different. Because many people think, if I think about them, I must not be healed. But healing is not necessarily the absence of thought. Healing is, can you think about them without abandoning yourself in the process? Can you feel them without spiraling? Can you love deeply without placing your life, your identity, and your nervous system completely in someone else's hands? Now that's the work. And I think this is why so many people are being pushed towards sovereignty right now. Because old patterns are becoming very, very obvious. The over-checking, the over-analyzing, the emotional waiting, the constant energetic monitoring. It's exhausting, isn't it? And eventually the soul says, we can't build a life from survival mode anymore. So what does choosing yourself actually look like in real life? Well, sometimes it's incredibly simple. It's noticing when you have spent 3 hours mentally consumed by someone and gently bringing your focus back to yourself. Not with shame, just awareness. It is asking, what do I need right now? Not what are they feeling right now. It's taking care of your body when your nervous system wants to obsess. It's going outside. It is drinking water. It is listening to music. It is creating something. It looks like resting, calling a friend, and laughing again. We all forget to laugh. It is remembering that your life is still happening right here, right now, in the present moment. And honestly, one of the biggest shifts for me has been realizing this. Just because someone is in your energy does not mean they should consume your identity. That's important. Because some people become so spiritually attached to the connection that they stop fully living. They stop creating, they stop dreaming, exploring, or being present in their own lives. Everything becomes emotionally tied to the other person, and that creates imbalance. Real feminine embodiment is not collapsing into another person's energy. It is remaining connected to yourself while feeling deeply. That is strength. And I think many of us are learning that love was never meant to pull us away from ourselves. It was meant to deepen our relationships with ourselves too. Because the more grounded you become, the less overwhelming the connection feels. Not because the love disappears, but because fear and emotional dependency begin loosening their grip. And from that place, something softer begins emerging. More peace, more clarity, more emotional stability. You stop needing constant reassurance to feel okay. You stop measuring your worth through another person's presence. And slowly you begin coming home to yourself again. And I think that may be one of the deepest forms of healing on this journey. If you stayed with me till the end, I just want to thank you for being here. And if this conversation resonated with you, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear your perspective and experiences around this subject. And until next time, dear one, stay open, stay soft, and stay sovereign. I love you all. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye now.
You're not here by accident. You're so new. We'll meet again right here between the lines.